Hey, what is going on, my friend? It's Brando Linick here, and you're searching for how to start a plant nurserying business. It's a great search, and I'm going to touch base on this briefly, do a little bit of a business model review on it, sharing with you my experience over the last, I'd say almost 4 years now, having started a couple different types of businesses. And when it comes to a plant nursery business, having gotten around people who have made money versus people who haven't made money, the key concept every single person who I've gotten around who's been successful at it, that they understand, is your profit to income ratio versus overhead. What do I mean by that? Simply put, when you come to starting any type of business, whether it's a plant nursery business or anything out there, first and foremost, if you want to start it, you got to keep in mind your overhead associated with it. And not just that, when I talk of overhead, I'm not just talking about upfront money that you have to invest to start one, alright, which with a plant nursery business, it's not all that difficult. You're just planting plants, you're cropping them, alright, you're cleaning them up, and you're selling them. Now, when it comes to this though, alright, you got to keep in mind investment, upfront investment, which is time management, alright, time, energy, and effort put into it, a facility to operate under to house a lot of different types of plants that you can nurse, alright, and then potentially looking at supplies and equipment and employees and all this stuff that's associated with it, which I'll tell you, if you've never dealt with before, it can be crazy stuff. Alright, it can be kind of hectic, which is why I can't emphasize enough if you're looking at starting a plant nursery business because you want to be your own boss, you want to create time, freedom, leverage, and flexibility. If that is what you're looking for out of a business, before you consider starting a plant nursery business, if you hear me out here for like 2 minutes, I've got a lead I want to throw your way. And my experience with this goes back over the last year when I transitioned from a traditional brick and mortar business and I came across a person who was building a business in a way where they weren't dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, all that stuff and more. And they're actually building a business on the internet. And I'm not gonna, sit here and tell you that the internet's the only way to go when it comes to building a business, pardon me. But if you're looking to build a business to be your own boss and control an income, unless you're super passionate about, nursing plants and having your own facility to house plants and dealing with employees, equipment, supplies, unless you're really passionate about that, which if you are, I know there is someone who is, comment down below and I'll shoot you in the right direction. But if you're just looking at this from a business perspective, alright, best thing you can learn how to do is create a profitable, leveraged business model where your profit margins are higher and your overhead is lower. And like I said, I came across this person who was doing exactly that. They weren't dealing with supplies, equipment, employees. They weren't dealing with any of that stuff. And because they weren't creating their own products, building a business on the internet, traveling around the world, building a business at the same time, I reached out to them for help. I was actually struggling a lot in my previous businesses. It was pretty bad getting, creditors calling me. And, I reached out to this person really in desperate help, last resort, was able to get their permission to model them. In less than a month was able to not only walk away from corporate America, but create a full-time income and put my traditional business off to the side. And I share that with you, not sharing with you results that you could get starting an online business because those are not average or typical results. I'm not guaranteeing you success here. I'm just sharing with you what's possible, alright? And I was able to do that with work and with learning. But I can't emphasize enough if you're only looking at starting a plant nursery business because, alright, you want to be your own boss, take control of your income. If that's really what you're looking for, learn to build a business on the internet. Learn to connect with someone who's building a business online already and then just model what they're doing. But if you're really adamant on learning a plant nursery business, the steps, comment down below, I'll point you in the right direction. But aside from that, I hope you enjoyed this business model review, breaking down just briefly a little bit of a plant nursing business and sharing with you just an idea, a scope of what I've been able to get around, having gotten around people who have done it. But just fair warning you, if you're looking at just at it, or I should say at it just because you want to start a business and be your own boss, if that's the case, learn to build a business on the internet. So I appreciate you. It's been fun talking with you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And make sure if you'd like to learn more information about how to build a business on the internet, you can check out my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put a link in the description and connect with you from there. And I appreciate you. See you later.